A popular San Antonio bakery falls victim to theft. The suspects, two employees at Bird Bakery in Alamo Heights. They're accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the company. Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Louie is at the bakery. And Savannah, this caught many people off guard.
Yes, Deborah, I spoke with some customers today who told me that the thought of any crime happening at this locally owned bakery was unbelievable.
I love the ambiance here. It's really it's a sweet, quaint kind of place. It's a local shop. I come here about once a week probably.
The way Stacy Rogers Sharp describes the neighborhood bakery, it's the last place you'd expect a crime to occur. A shop that bakes cupcakes for high school championships and donated proceeds to Sutherland Springs victims last year. But 2 months ago, the unthinkable happened.
Bookkeeping discovered some inconsistencies with deposits and things, so they brought it to our attention after they had looked into it in further detail and discovered what they believed was theft. They brought it to our attention.
Representatives from Bird Bakery say two employees have stolen up to $180,000 from the family-friendly spot.
Whether or not they're connected to each other beyond being employees at the store, I don't know.
A source close to bakery management who didn't want to be on camera said one of the accused employees had been working here for 4 years. Customers say the inside job makes this crime all the more shocking.
I've gotten to know a few of them. I asked them, I know some of their names, and I like to talk to them about some of them are in school, and they all seem great. It's a great staff.
Charges have been filed with the district attorney's office. Names have not been released to the public, and no arrests have been made yet.
I just hope that this doesn't stop a great local place from operating. I'd love to keep coming back.
Now, because this is an open investigation, employees could not comment on the recent accusations. Reporting live from Alamo Heights, Savannah Louie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.